Let's talk about TuSimple, which is supposed to be an autonomous driving company for freight, the larger size trucks. Some people call them as semis, the larger freight haulers. And we have a Wall Street Journal article that they're planning to lay off around half its workforce next week. So those people are going to get laid off right before the new year and really right before Christmas. Self-driving trucking company TuSimple Holdings, which is ticker is going to be TSP, plans to cut potentially at least half its workforce next week as it scales efforts to build and test autonomous truck driving systems. A staff reduction of that size will likely affect around 700 employees, and it currently has around 1,430 full-time employees globally. TuSimple president and CEO Ching Liu, who previously had the CEO job, so I guess he's a chief executive now. I apologize. Now he's a CEO and returned to the position in November. His job is to right the ship, and this includes ensuring the company is capital efficient. So in a lot of companies, their biggest cost is going to be labor. What they're looking to do is kind of get rid of that labor cost, and they're going to do that by cutting around half their workforce. The company plans to scale back significantly its work on building self-driving systems and testing self-driving trucks on public roads in Arizona and Texas. As also part of the downsizing, the operation in Tucson, Arizona, where it does a lot of its testing around self-driving, is going to be eliminated, and the team that works on the algos for the self-driving software will be pared back significantly. TuSimple now is going to focus on building out software product that matches self-driving trucks with shippers that have freight to haul, with the aim of offering freight transport at a lower cost than human driving trucks. Now, I'm not sure what that really means, because what it means is that they're going to build out a software product that matches self-driving trucks with shippers that have freight to haul, but there really are no self-driving trucks out right now, right? So in my opinion, they're building software for something that doesn't exist unless they believe that Tesla's going to be able to create the self-driving trucks, and then Tesla will maybe license out their software, or they're going to build software for a truck that doesn't exist yet, which could be the case. You never know. TuSimple has struggled to generate significant revenue as its technology remained in the testing phase. In the first half of the year, it reported $220 million in losses on $4.9 million in revenue, and that revenue largely came from hauling freight for shippers and trucks while keeping a human driver behind the wheel. And let's go to their stock price. Their stock closed at $154 per share on Friday, a 75% decline from the past 2 months and down 96% from its 2021 public offering price. The CEO, or either the chief executive of TuSimple, he had a vision that they would be able to do autonomous trucks by 2023.
When do you believe that autonomous trucking, really moving goods from town to town for commercial purposes, can be achieved? Is there a realistic horizon? Do you have a time and a date?
Yes, as we said, we have mentioned this date in the past. 2023 is our target date, not a promise, but our internal target to really start commercialization. I believe that autonomous driving has 3 steps. 1, safety. We have proven that through our driver out endeavor, no human in the truck or remote controlling the vehicle. Number 2 is about commercialization or efficiency, such that we do not want 25 PhDs to tender one truck to complete one run. Instead, we want the run to be economically making sense. And third, it's about scaling up. So I think in the next 2 years, we're going to focus on the second part, which is making sure that our unit economics cost per mile is really making sense, that is competitive to a real human driver. And by doing that, we say this is the point for commercialization.
We're going into 2023, and it doesn't seem that they're going to be able to accomplish that, because one, they're moving their software goals into another direction. So they're going to look for more of a logistics software that matches drivers with loads for autonomous driving vehicles that don't currently exist now. However, maybe if they can get capital to come back into the company, then maybe they could go back to testing. And what we saw with this company is that they're very much in an R&D phase, which just burns a lot of capital. They don't necessarily have a prototype. They don't necessarily have, to me, a legitimate proof of concept that can substantiate that they have the technology to actually allow cars to be driverless or to be remote controlled. And to me, it's because of a lot of quantitative tightening, a lot of liquidity being pulled out of the market, a lot of risk-off behavior from investors. that many people are no longer going to be bullish around companies like this because there's too much risk associated with them, because it's kind of sky in the pot scenario. Doesn't mean it can't happen, but what it does mean is that they're going to need a lot of capital to burn for testing to try to figure out whether or not they can do what they believe they want to do down the road. Hope you got some value from it. David W. Williams, talk to you later.